All right, I'm here with Randy Richardville.
Yeah.
Richardville, Majority Senate Leader, State of Michigan. And Randy, you know what I do. I run a holistic program here in Michigan. You know, when you look at addiction, and I know you come across it more than most people because you're in the public interest. What's your opinion on, what do we need to do?
Well, I think the root of it is a good family life, good parenting, and things like that.
What do you do when your son or daughter, you suspect him of using drugs? A lot of parents don't know.
Yeah.
What do we do? A lot of them, they don't know to call somebody for help or talk to their son or daughter.
Well, now, in your world, you're more familiar with this. What are some of the warning signs that a parent would look for?
The big warning signs of addiction are change in habit. We like to look at grades. You look at your son, he's getting, all B's. And then all of a sudden he goes to C minuses. Warning sign. And you know what? And I tell parents this all the time. You can go to the local pharmacy, and you can get a drug test. And you can drug test your kids. And a lot of parents are afraid.
What about prescription drugs? That's a real problem too, right?
Prescription drugs have raised 60% since 2006. I've been in the business long enough to know, and everybody is getting them. It's not just you. If you have a bad back, the doctor is prescribing it instead of let's get your back healed. Let's go to the chiropractor. Let's go to the acupuncturist. Let's do stretching, exercise. First thing they do is they put you on pills.
Where do most of the kids start? Is it real early? Is it because of a peer influence? Is it what gets a lot of the kids started?
This is a tough question.
Yeah.
About 90% of our addicts, we do full assessments on everybody. So this isn't, I'm not talking off the cuff. This is actual. About 90% start with a beer and a joint. So 90% of the people start with those drugs. Am I for legalization of marijuana? Of course not. Okay. I think alcohol is a worse drug personally than marijuana. That's my personal opinion because of what alcohol does to people. But if we open the door, how easy is it for somebody to walk through? Should it be illegal? Yes, because it starts our kids on the wrong road, and that's what we're worried about.
Now, let's say that I'm a parent and I want to start a dialogue with the child. Do you have a way that we talk about gateway into drugs or addiction? Is there a gateway into that dialogue? Like, is it maybe the parent says, here's something that's happened in my life. Does that open the door to a conversation? Or what's the best way to start talking to a child?
I like to find out what my son likes or my daughter likes. If they're real football stars, I might find a football star, an opinion leader, and say, hey, look at this guy's career. Do you see any addictions during his career? Or somebody that in your local circle that your son or daughter really has an influence, likes, like one of your friends comes over and he says, hey, Dad, that Joe guy's really cool. So, hey, if it comes to where you're uncomfortable, maybe you want to bring Joe over, and Joe, you can all sit down and communicate. Yeah. Because the first step is, what's going on? What can I help you with?
Now, we put a lot on the schools, but it really starts at home, doesn't it?
It starts with the parents.
Very good. Pear, thanks a lot for the work that you do.
Randy, thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. And if anybody needs help, again, just give us a call. Best Drug Rehabilitation. We'll help you any way we can. Thank you.